In this episode, we will be discussing the certification election bars. One of the ways to challenge an incumbent union is to file a petition for certification election. However, there are 4 bars which would effectively bar or dismiss any petition for certification filed against an incumbent union. The first bar will be the certification year bar. The certification year bar means that no petition for certification election could be filed against an incumbent union 1 year from the time that the last election has been held. That is why it's called a certification year bar. So effectively for 365 days, the incumbent union which recently won the election would be protected and would not be challenged. The next bar is called negotiation bar. As you can understand, it is possible that the parties, meaning the employer and the exclusive bargaining representative, will continue to negotiate even beyond the 1-year period. And therefore, if the only protection is the certification year bar, then the incumbent could be challenged by rival unions. That is why there is a negotiation bar. The negotiation bar is present when 2 elements concur. Number 1, the negotiation must have started within the 1-year period covering the certification year bar. And second, the negotiation must be sustained in good faith. In the entire duration of the negotiation, no rival union could file a petition for certification election in an attempt to unseat the incumbent union. The third bar is called deadlock bar. The deadlock bar means that once there is a deadlock between the employer and the exclusive bargaining representative, no rival union can file a petition for certification election. This means that the incumbent union has been provided all the opportunities to settle the dispute rather than defending its incumbency against rival unions. As you will note, the deadlock bar has a technical meaning in the implementing rules. There is a deadlock when the union has filed a notice of strike or notice of mediation or arbitration before the NCMB. So, even when the parties are no longer talking or even when the parties already reach a deadlock but the union did not file any notice before the National Conciliation and Mediation Board, that will not be considered as a deadlock bar. But once that notice is filed, then a deadlock bar will be constituted and no rival union will be able to file a petition for certification election. The last bar is called contract bar. It means that when the union is able to enter into a collective bargaining agreement with the employer, that exclusive bargaining representative is protected or is allowed to administer the entire period of the CBA. Therefore, during the entire duration of the CBA, which is usually 5 years, the rival unions will not be allowed to file a petition for certification election against the incumbent. The rival unions are only allowed to file a petition for certification election on the last 60 days of that CBA. In summary, there are bars which will prevent a rival union from questioning the incumbency of an exclusive bargaining representative. These bars are number 1, the certification year bar, number 2, the negotiation bar, number 3, the deadlock bar, and finally, the contract bar. In the next episode, we will be discussing strikes and lockouts.